guys, welcome back to my podcast, Ebony B. I am here with the guest. Finally, a guest. It done changed in the background, but we're going to get it together. Okay, my guest today is my loving brother, Fred, a.k.a. Bishop. Hey, you guys, he be preaching his butt off. You gotta check him out. Freedom Holiness Church. He do his thing. He is very blessed. Okay.
Amen.
So, today we got a good topic. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. You will be surprised. He is my debater. We debate about everything.
Always.
We have good conversation, though. I love talking to him. He's my fave.
Definitely.
So, today, one of my topics, and I'm going to have two, and he's going to have two. So, today, one of my topics is grace. Okay, you guys. Grace been popping up all over. I have been conflicted back and forth with the word, and I also, let me break it down to you. I believe in different signs, especially from our elders, especially from the beyond. My grandmother's name is Grace, and they call her Grace. So when I started to see the word pop around, I said, okay, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. So before we get to his words, let me tell you my other word. My other word is anxiety. You guys, I have bad anxiety. I'm going to listen, we on here for honesty. I take something for my anxiety. I take something for the lows and the highs. I ain't even fit to tell you no story. We'll talk about self-medication another time. Okay, so now Fred, what's your two?
I'm actually glad to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for inviting me to y'all world. My words, first of all, I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that she chose these things to talk about because they need to be talked about, first of all. All right, so my first word was weakness. And then in weakness, a lot of things is at play in weakness. So that's why I chose it, because our everyday life is a weak point. And if we don't know how to get through it, or we never been taught how to get through it, it becomes weakness.
That's true.
So my second word was love. And it was love because I didn't understand the wordplay. So love is a big thing for me, though. I love hard. I get hurt by love. There's pain that come with love. So, you know.
And healing. Tap into your mental with this one. Healing.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're going to get into those words. And first we're going to start off with my word. My word is grace. And you guys, once again, I'm picking back up my book. I love this book. We talked about it on the second episode. This is the fifth. Hey. So right now we're going to say, just say for instance, I'm going to read a part out of this particular book, which is Prayers and Promises for Depression and Anxiety. And it says grace. And I'm just going to read this part. It says, God is against the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. James 4:6. Okay, I'm going to read the end part again, and I need y'all to understand. It says, but he gives grace to the humble. We talked about humble. You know, humble is, you got to lower yourself down just a little bit. Calm yourself down just a little bit. Be at peace just a little bit. So when I heard grace, I was like, okay, for grace, that is mercy, forgiveness, kindness, love, you know, all of the above. I can say with my journey of healing, grace is big. I can say it's pretty big for me. I'm very kind, especially when I want to be. I'm like my brother. I love hard. I love real hard to a point where, yes, it do hurt. And yes, I have to be healed from it. I try to remain graceful, because I am humble. I'm a child of God. Yes, I get outrageous. Trust and believe that. But underneath all of that, I am bound with grace. I don't think I can live without being in grace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a back and forth with me. I tell you guys all the time about the spiritual warfare that I have, but I am grateful. Yes, grace is I don't know. It will be something that I will study on because I have been trying to get myself back on track. That's basically it. So, Fred, when it comes to grace, what comes in like your mind play?
When I hear grace and see grace, it means like it's righteousness for me.
Okay.
For those that don't know, I am a minister, and I do preach, like you mentioned. So the word is in me because I constantly read it, got to constantly study it just to get an understanding. So when I hear grace, it means that His grace is on me. That means that in my everyday life, I gotta know His grace is on me because I see it, And when I see it, if I don't recognize it, I end up going down a dark path. Or if I don't believe in His grace, I end up going down a dark path. But if I'm the type of person that recognizes His grace and I see it, I know I'm on the right path.
Okay.
I know I'm on a path full of light.
Okay. So, you guys, my next topic today is anxiety. Anxiety for me is also a humbling. Because when I have bad anxiety, I have to humble myself because I get anxious. I have a issue with controlling everything. It's a narrative, life, people, and I'm being honest. Okay? For those who have anxiety, we talked about meditation last episode. When you have that type of illness, and it is also part of mental illness, like you have that running through your brain. And some people self-medicate, some people take medication from the doctors. Like for me, yes, I do sometimes because it store back to rumination, which we talk about rumination all the time, storing negativity into the brain. Once I do that, my anxiety go like full blown. So to just say, I guess it's a part of everything, everyday life to me. Everybody have anxiety to me. Everybody has a way of going about their own lives, but in a rush kind of way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like life is rushed. Listen, it was just June for me. Now it's what, January? So life is being rushed. We're all over the place. We're trying to make money, live life, take care of the kids. We're trying to live. You know what I'm saying? Like we're basically trying to live in this world where everything is corrupt to me. So how you feel about anxiety?
Anxiety, oh man. You ain't by yourself.
Right.
You ain't by yourself. I have anxiety like crazy, I feel like. And like you said, sometimes we have to self-medicate.
Yeah.
But sometimes I have to learn how to not have that type of anxiety, because everything is a level to it, But my anxiety gets, how people talk sometimes, and, you try not to be that person that just snaps off like the first thing you think, or the first thing you say is the first thing you thought, and trying not to say that gives you anxiety alone.
Listen, I be ready to fight. I'm sorry, you guys. Lately, and I'm being honest, transparent to this, this podcast. I have a lot of anger.
Yeah.
It is built up, man. Like
it's all right.
I be ready for somebody to pop off on me so I can, release that anger. But it brings me back to that grace.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like I have to humble myself and slow myself down, and knowing that my anxiety up here, my grace is down here, and I'm fighting with the battle of being in the spiritual world and then
Right.
being in a corrupt, evil world. I'm going back and forth.
Exactly. When you going back and forth because it's that's that anxiety. But like the Bible says, it's okay to get angry, but sin not.
Well, I don't sin. Don't sin.
that's
No,
the difference.
I ain't
That
gonna
would
say.
make the difference.
Listen, I ask every day for forgiveness before
Yeah.
I even start my day because, like I said before, the anger will take over sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm here to tell you right now, I ain't no fighter, but don't push me, okay?
Exactly.
Don't push me.
Exactly.
Um,
don't try me, try Jesus.
Right. So, okay, so what's your 2 words, though? What's your
my 2
topics?
words, my topics.
Well, talk about them then. We already like said them, but
Well, they
let's
kind of
get into
and they
it.
coincide because love is a part of grace. You know what I mean? Because if I see love on a person, then I know that that's grace. That's some form of grace. You know.
Okay.
And love for me is pain too, because if I love somebody so hard and they don't know how to what's the word?
Reciprocate.
Reciprocate.
Okay.
If I love you so hard, you don't know how to reciprocate, or we've been together 10, 20 years and you still don't know how to reciprocate, that love becomes pain because you should know me. You should be the type of person that get to know me. You know,
Okay.
and you should know how to reciprocate the same love that I give.
Okay, so in this podcast, I do a lot of talking about healing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
When you love on somebody or you love somebody, how do you set your mind to heal from them not feeling the same way you feel?
You said, how do you set your mind?
Yeah,
To heal from it.
because think about last episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody think different. Everybody heart is different.
True.
Emotional ways are different. So how do you set your mind frame to say, you know what, I love this person, she loved me, or he loved me, or they love me in their own way. So I gotta challenge my mind to say, okay, I know this, so I'm gonna change my ways or fix my ways.
So that's where it comes from when you said humble.
Okay.
You know, like a humbleness is not just about God, it's the God in us. You know?
Okay.
So when this person is not showing the same reciprocation that I show them, that means I need to humble myself in order to gain patience.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But that we get angry because our time and that person time might be different.
Okay.
Our time and God time is different. So, you know, they can't reciprocate, and then I got anxiety because I'm trying to see if you're going to reciprocate. You know what I mean?
That's true.
That's where the humbleness come in.
And the grace.
And the grace. And the grace.
But I mean, I get where people, because once again, I'm in this world where I'm trying to believe in love. I'm gonna be honest, like I'm not fixated on love. I guess because love to me hurt. Love don't supposed to hurt,
Yeah.
but love hurt. You love what, even if you love your parents,
Right.
it's some kind of way you may have those who put you down.
Right.
We're talking about parents. You know, parents can be that way. Some that don't give you the hope,
Yeah.
don't pat you on the back,
Right.
and then you might
Right.
have a spouse that may not know what love is,
Yeah.
so they can't show you love.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you, how does that play in your mental? Like, how do you see it on across the board? Not even just with a mate,
Yeah.
just across the board, siblings, family, friends. Like, how do you see that mentally in your brain, like the word love? Because I don't see it. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. Well, the word love, I used to be the type of person who loved love. You know?
Really?
Yeah. And then, because I always wanted to be in love. You know?
Okay.
And I'm a lovable type of person. And I want that not even just the spouse, but the people around me to be the same way. You know? And then the pain comes because certain people ain't been loved like me.
Okay.
They've been loved like us. So, you know,
Okay.
they've been loved different, you know, or they never felt love for real. So that's where the pain come in because they might not know, you know, and that's where the humbleness come in because we got to teach them how to love us. We got to teach them to be around because I don't like a lot of negative stuff around me all the time.
Then you know we about to debate.
Yeah.
So you using the word teach them how to love.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot teach nobody how to love you.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, you can.
How?
Cause you can teach them by being open and honest.
Let me tell you the reason why I don't fixate on love is because if it's not genuine and I have to teach you, then I don't. What are we doing?
What do you mean? We're teaching. Like I'm teaching you how to love me. If I'm open and honest to you, I'm gonna tell you I don't like that. And then the time comes into play too. That's that patience and the humbleness too. Because if we going through it and you don't know how to calm me down,
that's not teaching somebody how to love you. That's teaching somebody to love on you.
No, that's teaching how to love me. Because how you gonna love on me if you don't know how to love me?
Easy. Okay, so let's let's talk about it. To love somebody, if I genuinely love you, the loving on you will come into play. And the reason why I say this is because if I love you, that means that I care about you. I want to see you wealthy, healthy. Right. I want to be a part of your life.
Right.
So loving on you will come into play because that means that I know what you like.
Yeah.
I know what food you like. I know what you like to do and stuff like that's loving on you. But I don't feel like you can teach a person genuine love. If I met you and I fell in love with you, I initially fell in love with you. You didn't teach me how to love you. And I don't think you want nobody to teach
them how to love?
Yes.
Why not? You just really explained it. You just explained it, really, tell you the truth. Because if that person, like you said, genuine love and loving on you, if they love on you, then they love you so much that they want to learn how to completely love you, to how to genuinely love you. Because they gotta, if I tell you my past and you judge me, you don't love me.
So that's not genuine.
That is. Yeah, no, it's not.
I'm saying, so if I tell you my past, but
how many
that comes in genuine, that don't come in teaching.
Yeah, it comes in teaching because I'm telling you my past to see. I'm the type of person where I already know how you gonna react. You know what I'm saying? Because we done been together 5-10 years. Or these people done been around me 5-10 years, and I'm trying to confide in a friend. If I tell you and then you switch up on me, you can't never learn how to love me.
Listen, you guys, we'll be debating that all day. But next, okay. So what's your next topic? What was the next topic?
My next topic was it was love and weakness.
Okay, let's talk about weakness.
Okay.
Because looking at him, you guys, I have never seen a weak moment with him. And I am the oldest. And I have never, he stand tall.
Yeah.
I like that about him. He stand tall. He's an alpha male. We argue about it all the time. But I have not seen weakness. Now, I do know that there are different forms of weakness. Once again, it plays into the mental. So let's talk about it.
Okay. Thank you for saying that, first of all, because I don't look at myself as an alpha male. I look at myself as a omega male.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Because I got a sensible side too. So
okay.
But as far as weakness, it's I do have weaknesses, and I normally don't show my weaknesses to nobody except for my spouse.
Okay, so you make yourself vulnerable.
Yeah.
I like that. Is that a... Okay, so when you do that, how do you feel? And is it taken well? Because...
It depends on what type of spouse you got.
Okay, so I'm going to be, once again, transparent.
Yeah.
I don't like a sign of weakness, you guys.
The spouse?
In nobody.
Okay.
I'm a Taurus. Let's get that clear.
Yeah.
When I cry, I try to cry alone. I'm gonna be honest. When I go through what I'm going through, I go through it with my head buried up under a cover. My place of worship is not just the church, it is my bathroom, it is my closet. Because I am weak during that time. I try to not show my spouse weakness. I don't know where it come from in my life. I have always tried to stand tall, hold my head up, no matter what the situation is. June 3rd, I had to hold my head up, even though my heart was all the way down, and it is still all the way down. I still have to hold my head up. Now, not saying that I don't have weakness, because I do. I am a very weak person on the inside. I cry in the wind right about it. Like, I literally was about to cry online on this podcast, probably 2 podcasts ago. But when I am handling business, when I am sticking firm to what I believe in, I try to stand a little tall. I ain't even going, I'm only 5'5", but I try to stand tall, put on my little stacks. But weakness from a man, it depends on what kind of weakness it is. Like you said, you can be vulnerable to your woman. I like that. Okay, I get that.
Right.
But if you're showing weakness of support, I can't understand it.
What do you mean weakness of support?
Okay, so there's men out here. There are men out here that is, I would say, pretty weak when it comes to supporting or being able to support their mate, spouse, or kids.
What, financially or physically?
All of the above. Financially, physically, emotionally, all of the above. Because you have men that will be present in the home and will not help their mate or their kids.
Right.
And to me, that's a sign of weakness.
Yeah. It is.
Now, we can talk about weakness mentally. We can talk about weakness in the heart. There are different kinds.
Really? Yeah, you're right. Well, I'm glad you said that, because our dad didn't raise us to be weak. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And not that he raised us to coddle our weakness, but he especially in business, you know, he didn't raise us to be, we go, whatever gift we got, we go all the way in on it. You know, whatever business we got to handle, we got to go all the way in on it.
Yeah.
And as far as like weakness in us, it's different, because we know we can't show the world our weakness, because most people take advantage of our weakness. You know?
Okay. Disclaimer. My dad, our dad, I never seen him cry.
Yeah.
I recently have had a conversation with him about depression. You know me, the big D.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell when stuff is on his mind,
Right.
and it hurts my heart.
Yeah.
But I have never seen him cry.
I have, though.
You have?
Yes. Well, that's because I'm the baby. So
Okay. Yeah. You know, even with Yasmin, and I do believe he is soulfully there for me and being strong for me and standing tall for me.
Right.
Because even when I'm crying and dying and slurping, and he still, you know, he's a tall man, but he stood tall and was like, okay, I got you. I hear you. Let's talk about it. And I just, you know, I didn't, but my grandma was like that. I never seen her cry. Never.
Not even in the bathroom.
Not even in the bathroom, man. My husband done seen me cry 1,000 times.
And see, that's what I'm talking about.
My daughter used to see me cry all the time. Like, I cry off the soap opera so happy.
Yeah.
But
and that's what come into play, you know, with your spouse. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't I want to be vulnerable when I'm around my spouse? Not saying that I'm vulnerable around my spouse now.
okay.
Because I don't see myself crying in front of her.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't see myself showing a weakness, because she's kind of like you. She's a strong woman. You know what I mean? But if I show weakness around her, then I would be considered not a leader of the house. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So, and like with Dad, I'm glad you brought that up. You know, but I guess that's because, like, I would see him in his vulnerable moments. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he's cried in the bathroom. You know, he'll cry. He's cried maybe one time. I don't know. They probably were fake tears, but he cried though. You know, and you know, it let me know that we all cry sometime. You know, it's just how he built us when to cry. You know what I mean? We cry in the bathroom. We'll go cry in the car or something like that. But that's about it. That's all you're gonna get up out of it.
Oh, that, hey. You know, I listen, you guys, I'm a crybaby, but yeah, if you got a man that's gonna pour out his heart, let him. Do not take that away from him.
Right.
You know, because you don't want a hardcore man.
Right.
Like, I don't like the weakness in certain aspect, but you don't want a hardcore man that doesn't have feelings. And we talked about that on last episode. Like you want somebody that will display love and affection. And to me, sometimes, you have to have a drop or two. I ain't even fit to tell no story.
True.
You know, going through a grieving process, I would feel a certain kind of way if me and my husband didn't cry together.
Right.
So and to me that part is not a weakness. That's just showing me your feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we do got some weak brothers out here that I want, to be like, hey, I'm gonna shake you, but it's okay.
Right. But I mean, let's say I'm the type of person where if my woman started crying, I'm gonna shed a tear, but I gotta be strong for her. You know what I mean?
So do you sympathize?
Yeah.
Because, we got some fakeness going on in the world. Do you sympathize with her, or do you just give her the emotions during that time of her needs? You get what I'm saying?
I would say both. Well, you're supposed to do both.
Okay.
Because you got to sympathize for what she's going through. And then you giving her what she needs because that's what she needs through that time.
Okay. I can understand that. I can understand that.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we done talked about our topics, but I want to get into it just a little bit more, my brother here, because I need to tap into his mental.
Yeah,
and I want to know, like, in today's world, 2024, how is the mental? How is, just thinking back on your past, your present, your future, how would you say, as being a male with kids, taking care of your home, having a job, how is your mental state?
In 2024, my mental state is, I can say, in shambles sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can get with that.
Right. Because from thinking about my past, thinking about my present, and thinking about my future, if I wasn't rooted in God, to tell you the truth, I probably been went crazy by now. I'd probably tried to kill myself or something. Because what I'm going through is a lot, you know what I mean? And I've been going through some of the stuff from my past since I was 18 years old. You know?
Okay.
I'm the type of person that's been on child support since 18. You know what I mean? And that's basically like it develops a mental illness because so much is put against you at such a young age.
And it puts a strain in your head. I'm here to tell you now.
Right.
It does. Just having things that's conditioned. It's stuck there.
Right.
So like you just said, like being, and I ain't even gonna give you age, but you're in your 30s, late 30s, so you
I'm
40. Okay.
I'm 40 years old.
So just think about it. Being on child support since 18, you're conditioned.
Right.
And we don't like to be listening.
No.
Right. So that can play a part of the mental, but then also you gotta put let's see. I'm trying to see how to say it. You gotta put stuff in perspective.
Right. True.
So we do have to blame ourselves for half of the stuff that we go through. Okay.
1000%. Because that's a part of taking responsibilities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For your actions.
Yeah.
I knew I was, having unprotected sex with a girl in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I knew that, the repercussions come with that.
Yeah.
But I still did it. But I was the type of person that is willing to take on what my mistakes was. I made this bed, so
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That portrays that you don't have that sign of weakness. Right. I like that.
Right.
And I do understand the shambles of the mental. As a family, we are going through a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Not just Yasmin. Listen, Yasmin is the big boat for me, but
me too.
We're going through a lot.
Right.
So we was talking about 2 weeks ago. We went out and I was just telling him how I am messed up, like messed up in the mind, messed up in the heart, and it's hard to get up. It's hard to wake up. It's hard to be a part of the the living. Sometimes you don't want to be a part of the living. And how do you think we can heal or start to heal or have a healing process?
Okay, and I mean, from healing, it takes a lot to heal, but we just gotta make sure we take the patience to heal, take the self-love time to heal, because if we don't do our own self-love, we don't know how to love ourselves, then we won't know how to heal ourselves.
That's true. I am in a process. I'm not gonna ever say I will be healed. And I may have peace, praying on peace. We talked about that. But I don't think that I will ever be healed from what done happened. I got to learn how to be not in a disbelief.
Yeah. Right.
Until I'm out of that disbelief, I don't think that I will even have peace right now.
Right.
So healing, yes, I would love to heal. I am here for this podcast to heal. I want everybody to heal from whatever they're going through. There's a lot of people out there going through many and plenty things.
Right, true.
Not just, they can be going through day-to-day life. I say all the time, life is life right about now.
Right.
But like I say all the time too, I'm gonna be transparent, and I'm gonna tell you right now, healing is number all the way up there, because
it's hard.
Yeah, it's not there for me just yet. I would love to heal.
You see, I think like with healing, and you said that you don't think you're fully healed. I don't think we are fully healed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because with that, to me, it's like thinking of like Yasmin as an ancestor now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She's there to watch over us. She's there to fight the fight that we can't fight. The principalities,
Okay.
in spiritual places. You know what I mean? So she's now a warrior. To me, she's an ancestor now that I pray to, and that's what makes me not heal from it, but makes me keep going, because I know she's still with me.
So you think it's more of a journey of peace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for peace.
Right.
I say it all the time. That's why I pick up different books. That's why I have, gone back into the house of God. I have, and I ain't saying every Sunday, you guys, so just hold on. But I'm changing some things, because if I don't have that peace,
Yeah.
I won't be no good. And if I don't try to heal, I will not be any good.
Right.
So I am working really hard on maintaining that level of grief, anger, anxiety, depression. I am working super hard. Listen, once again, it's not even just my daughter. It's everyday life. And I said on this podcast, like, I don't look at the news, because every time I turn on the news,
right,
it's another baby. It's another child that, you wake up and say, hey, that's not the formality. That's not how it's supposed to go.
Right.
And it makes me question. Yes, y'all know me. We talked about why. It makes me question, because we're talking about babies, man.
Yeah.
We're talking about youngins. We thinking that we're gonna watch them grow, and that's not happening no more. Like, literally, the old get older, but the young just don't get older to me.
Well, that's because we're going through the war, the spiritual war right now.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
That's why, even if you're not a Christian, even if you're not a Muslim, you still should read the word, because it tells you about a war that goes on. And I believe that we're in that war right now, for the simple fact that our kids are dying, for the simple fact that so much genocide is going on. People are killing people. There's so much gunplay in Atlanta, it don't make any sense.
The gunplay everywhere. I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
Y'all know I'm trying to move out of Atlanta, but my thing is, it's everywhere.
Right.
And it's heartbreaking. I was on Facebook the other day, and it another death. It was more than one. And I have to pray in silence every time I turn on the news or open up my phone or You know,
Right.
any little thing, it is just hard. It breaks my heart.
But then a lot of times that's why we gotta kind of still away from the TV, still away from the phones,
Yes.
especially with the apps. I was reading something the other day say you're supposed to delete Instagram, you know, so you don't get on it, you know, or so you don't be focused on it.
Yeah.
'Cause as soon as you open it, it's gonna be somebody
Listen,
shooting somebody.
My husband say that.
Yeah.
I be like, did you hear? He was like, nah, I didn't look at Facebook today. I didn't
Right.
look at Instagram today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on YouTube today. Like, it's a lot because even down to the TV, like, it's a lot. It's a lot going on.
It is.
And it plays all up in the head, man. It messes with my mental for sure to see that it's another parent or parents out there grieving a child. It plays in my mental to see where we're not doing right even on God's behalf.
Right.
So that's why I say all the time, I am here to conversate with you guys to kind of like, so we can talk together. I always say, like, comment, subscribe, but most definitely comment because we can talk about it.
Definitely.
I would rather for us to talk about it as a family, as friends, than to have it displayed in your mind alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
most
alone
important.
thing.
That's
Yeah, that
most
alone
important.
thing is deep.
Definitely. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you sitting there and you just contemplating on it yourself, you will drive yourself insane.
That is me. I work at home, man. I listen.
Yeah.
The house is quiet,
Right.
and all I can do is think. And sometimes it's just not good. It's not good when you're going through something. You have a lot on your mind, and the type of person I am, I want to fix everything.
Yeah.
And when I can't fix everything,
Right.
it messes me up bad.
Okay.
That's what my anxiety do come in at. It messes me up bad.
Well, that messes you up because are you taking time to fix yourself, or are you just trying to fix everything around you?
And if I could fix everything, I would. I ain't even lie. I mean, I know that, and let me tell you something. I know for a fact that is God's biggest issue. I ain't even gonna say issue with me, but knowing that, yes, honey, you have faith, but you don't let that show. That I am one of them ones. I'm one of them ones who will try to fix everything. Yes, I'm gonna pray. I'm like, hey God, listen, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. Can you help me with X, Y, and Z? But also, I'm that person. I'm jumping up. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm writing it down. I'm trying to flip it, turn it, move it, and
But see, I think that's in our blood to do that, though. So
really,
that's one of our curses, though. You know what I mean? 'Cause
okay, because it's a bad one.
I'm the same way, though. But I had to stop it. You know what I mean? Because in my past, I was that person. You know, if I seen that my mom or my dad lacked in a certain financial thing, I felt like I needed to fix it.
Yeah.
Not knowing that, you know, that's God that need to fix it. Or I feel like something going on in my relationship and it's above me, or I don't know how to express it. I felt like I had to figure out a way to fix that, and that was above me, you know, because only God. If I put God in play for that to fix it first, He gonna fix it regardless. But He fixes it in His time. So His time might be patience on my time, and His time might be humbleness on my woman time. You know what I mean? She got to be humble enough to be patient with me.
Well, I can say, and I will say, that I do put in my mind frame that yes, He fixed all things.
Mm-hmm.
But am I patient? No. And do I try to go over and beyond? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it does not. And I'm gonna tell y'all, it doesn't work. Sure, it really doesn't work. Listen, I don't know, man. I just try a lot of things. I just try a lot of things to keep me in a perspective of maintaining.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just try to do whatever I can to not be angry, grieve, and also be at peace and healing at the same time.
Right.
But I don't know, Fred. Like,
There's nothing wrong with that, though. There's nothing wrong with it.
Listen, I be trying. I try.
That's the main part. Try to keep pushing forward.
I try. I enjoyed talking to you today. I really did.
Thank you for inviting me.
He gonna come back because we got to really get into it. This
Yeah.
this was our first. This is my first with a guest.
Yeah.
He's the first, and more guests to come.
That part.
It'll get better each and every time.
Can't wait.
And he will be back. We're gonna really chop it up because I like to get all into it with him.
Definitely.
You know, I got my wine. I didn't get to taste my wine because I'm all trying to get it together.
Yeah, I've been taking HUD, y'all.
Listen. Also, you guys, I have my top on. It says tap into your mental.
Yeah.
I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe. Okay, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but do it.
Definitely.
Like, okay, comment and tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Comment, tell me what you think about him. You want to see a little bit more of him. You know, he's a phone call away, so that's a good thing.
Anything for my family.
Listen, I really appreciate you.
No problem.
Now we gotta go because we gotta go eat.
That good gumbo, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Big combo, man.
Peace, you guys.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.